Hello, this is Joshua Crampton with Multigen. I'm going to give a few minutes to let people come into the room. I want to thank the 28 Days Later staff, and I want to thank all of you who put all of this together so that we can all be here today. Ed, thank you for everything that you've done. Tom, thank you for putting this program together. And anybody that's participated, I love what we're doing here. So I'm going to give a few more minutes for people to come on in. All right. All right. So thank you guys for joining. I'm getting this thing set for us. Okay. All right. Thank everybody for joining if you've come in. I can't actually see who's here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So my name is Joshua Krampton, and I founded Multigen. Now, Multigen is composed of 4 different brands. You have Multigen Capital, where we find people to partner with, to start businesses with. We look for people that have passions in particular areas and want to start a business, and then we partner with them in order to get that business off the ground and get it going or to expand. There's one particular guy right now, he owns a decking company. He does about $1.4 million a year, and he's in one single city. And what we're wanting to help him do is go to 10 cities. Now, he himself, he actually can't think big enough to say, hey, how do I go to 10 cities? He doesn't know how exactly to do that. But we can actually help him do that. So we can bring the systems, we can get him out of obscurity, we can teach him how to systemize that business, how to install a organizational chart, how to delegate jobs and roles so that his company can now operate in 10 different cities where he sits at the top of it. And currently, the way that that business is set up is that he runs it every single day. Now, he makes a lot of money, he's highly successful, but what is beyond that? Because when he dies, the business doesn't go on. And there's 2 dynamics of business. And one of the things that I want to teach you here today in that 2 dynamics is to understand that on the first dynamic, you're basically running the company. The company is fueled off of the energy that you bring to it every single day. And if you do not bring that energy, then the business does not actually function. So what we want to help you do is actually systemize the business so that the business runs all on its own. And I want to thank each and every one of you that has shown up so far. Okay. Let's see. Hold tight. Okay. so wherever you're at right now in life, whatever it is that you're working on, or whether you've started a business or not, there's a system that you can follow in order to cause that business to expand. And one of the things that is important for you as an entrepreneur is to learn these precise systems. There looks to be a wonderful. Okay, so I'm not able to actually see the comments here. Sorry about that. Now, beautiful. It says that we have almost 900 viewers, so thank you for stopping in. All right, so in the Multigen brand, Multigen Capital allows you to come in and join us and expand your business or start a brand new business. We have a program that we're launching now called the Women's Entrepreneurship Program, where we're going to run this program all across the world looking for women who want to begin and start companies. And whenever you come into Multigen Capital, what we do is we analyze your business. We take a look at where you're at. It's important for you to know precisely where exactly you are right now in order to know where you actually want to be. Because if we can figure out where you are right now, we can gain control of that. Then we can actually expand you into other areas. But the first question is, where are you at right now? What resources do you have right now? What is surrounding you right now? And how do we get you to a larger version of yourself? Okay? So whenever you come in and you join Multigen, thank you, Ed. Whenever you come in and you join Multigen, or you bring your company to Multigen, we're going to look at the business and say, okay, where's the business at and where can it be? By looking at competitors, by looking at other companies that have also done the same thing. It's important that you understand that when you're creating a business and you are taking that service and that business out into the world, that you're expressing your voice. The speaker that was on earlier today, she was just absolutely phenomenal. And her talk was about traumas. And her talk was about repeating traumas, and that there was about over 40 losses that a person could take in their life. And that you can actually analyze the losses that you experience in your life. And what was really amazing about that talk is that she kept talking about authenticity and your true self and your true voice. And a business should vocalize who you are as a person and who you are and what you're bringing to this world. So what's important about your business is to understand that that is how you create literally eternal life. If you want to live forever, write a book. If you want to live forever, make an impact that impacts the world forever. Something that lives on after you die. So that's what we're here to teach you. Multigen stands for multi-generational wealth, and that's what we're here to bring you. Now in the Multigen brand, we have Multigen Wellness, hormone therapy. We have Multigen Marketing, where we can run and expand your business and your marketing. And we also have Multigen Mindset, where you can go take courses, you can join masterminds, and you can learn how to systematically improve yourself. So within the Multigen brand, we've created a way for you to come in and you can take mindset courses to increase your mind and the way that you think about life and the way that you see yourself. You can perfect your health by coming to Multigen Wellness. You can perfect your business and expand it by coming to Multigen Capital. Now, why did we create all of these brands? Why did we create these brands specifically? So that whoever you are and wherever you are at in your life, we can help you get to the next level. And what's important about you and where you're at right now is understanding that there is a way for you. That there is a way for you to go to the next level. That there is hope. That there is a way for you to become that thing that you dream of. So we all have dreams. And in a dream, when you visualize yourself being at a higher level, and when you set these dreams, And you're imagining, hey, how do I get from where I am to there? Or how do I get where that guy is? How do I get to where that person is? Because I want what that person has, or I want to be the largest expression of myself. You have to become cause, which means you have to be the cause of what's happening in your life. You have to insert control in certain areas in order to get yourself to that next level. You've heard the term that speed is power, and you've heard the term that time is money. And when you look at your life, what's left of it, depending on how old you are, where is there a sense of urgency? Where is this sense of urgency, this place of, I have to fucking do something and I have to fucking do it right now? Where is that at? Where is that found? That's found when you find something that's so important and vital to you to bring to this earth that nothing will stop you. I'm in Dallas, Texas right now, and it's currently 3-something in the morning, and I'm here doing this talk. The reason why is because I have something to bring to the world that's more important than myself. The objective behind building a business is that the thing lives on after you when you die. Multigen has a target of owning equity in over 1,000 companies. And it will continue doing that after I die. I have maybe 40 more years of productivity left in this particular life. And this company will continue to go on and go on and go on after I'm gone. Why is that? Well, because we're systemized. Multigen has about 27 people in it right now. We have an ethics committee. We have a board of advisors that makes decisions on my behalf. So I could leave and disappear and the company can still run itself. You've all heard the story of the Bible and Jesus. And I'm not here to speak spirituality in that way, but it is a very beautiful illustration of how to start a company and get it going. So the first thing that this man did, the first thing that Jesus did is he chose his 12, right? So how did that happen? Let's just talk about that. Because how did that happen and why did he do that first? Why did he go find his 12 first? Why did he go build his team first, right? Beautiful. Thank you, Jolene. Why did he build his team first? And how important is your team? So how do you go get somebody to follow you? How did he go get 12 different men to follow him on his mission? Is he cast a vision for them? He went to the one guy and he said, hey, sell everything you have and follow me. He cast a vision. So what is your vision? That's what I want to ask you, is for your company, if you already have one, and I'm trying to speak to both audiences because there's going to be some audiences here. They said there's about 900 to 1,000 people. So there's a group of you that already have a company. You're already in entrepreneurship. And then there's going to be a portion of you that actually don't. You're thinking about it. Or you have a job and you have a side gig or something. So I want to speak to both of you, both groups. Now, if you already have your company or you're thinking about starting one, you still have to have a vision. What is that vision? When you build a vision that is bigger than you are, that vision has to be able to, that vision needs to be impossible. It has to be impossible to actually accomplish in one lifetime. And if it's not, you're not thinking big enough. I love the quote that says, you didn't get what you asked for because you didn't ask big enough. How often do you look in the mirror? How often do you look in the mirror and say to yourself, you're more than what you think you are? How often do you go to the gym and look in the mirror and say, you are fucking more than you know that you are? How often do you ask yourself that question? How often do you dig deep and say, what is the largest version of my life that I can possibly imagine? You know, the reason why 12 men decided to follow Jesus was because he cast a vision for them that was so grand and so beautiful and so large that they could see themselves fulfilling their own individual purpose through his vision. And so when you build a company, you're looking for a true group of people that are meant to be with you in that company. And when you cast your vision for them and you say this company is going to own equity in 1,000 companies, we're going to start a women's entrepreneurship program, we're going to start child obesity programs, we're going to start funding operations to fund people who want to start companies, we're going to take educational materials and get them published in elementary schools for entrepreneurship activities for kids to do. We're going to teach kids how to organize a lemonade stand with their friends in an organizational chart in the 3rd grade. You start casting visions like this that have so much life meaning in them that it flows by itself, people will follow you. They'll say, hell yeah, I want a piece of that. They'll actually see them fulfilling their life dreams through your company. We onboarded a lady recently, a doctor, and we interviewed her for about a month. And I think about 4 to 5 of my team members interviewed her. I interviewed her with our executive manager, and she was just phenomenal. And at the end of her very last interview, she said, well, my life mission is to do X, Y, and Z as a doctor. And if I can fulfill my life mission through Multigen and impact more people than I could on my own, then I'll join your group. That's what I want you to understand how to build, is it has to be a vision that's so impactful and so big that it moves you even in your sleep. Why does somebody wake up at 5 in the morning, jump out of bed, enthusiastic, totally fueled up, and ready to go? It's because they have something that's so much bigger than themselves that they're willing to do anything that it takes. And they have this sense of urgency, this understanding that your life is just going to go like that. It's quick. You know, I'm 36. I have maybe 40, 50 more years, and it's going to go just like that. And when you are trying to develop your vision, I typically ask people a question. Because whenever I sit down and coach people with their vision, I'll ask a question. I'll say, okay, check it out. Tell me about your vision. And they'll tell me. And I'll say, okay, and do you believe that that is a vision that you came up with all on your own? Or is this a vision that you believe divinity gave you as part of your divine gifts as a human? Is your gift to humanity, the gift that you're doing right now, or the company that you want to start, is this something that's part of divinity? Because let me ask you this. What is the most powerful man on the planet? Who is the most powerful man on the planet? A man that believes that he's on a divine mission from God. A person who believes they're on a divine mission from God will not be stopped. And I want you to define that for yourself. I want you to define what your divine mission is. I want you to define what that divine vision is and what it is that you want to accomplish through that. Every single day that you wake up on this earth, you have an opportunity to move in the direction of the things that you truly, truly want, and to be engaged in that particular energy. The thing that is important about being a human and understanding the universe is that the universe doesn't recognize static. It doesn't recognize something that stays the same. And on this planet, in this universe, things are always changing, always changing, always changing. And you, as a human, need to wake up every single day and figure out how you can change yourself and make yourself better. And the best way to do that is to set goals and targets for yourself that are bigger than you can imagine. Because it's always causing you to stretch. It's always causing you to reason bigger and plan bigger. And because of who you are, because of what you're bringing to this earth, have the intention every single day to wake up and say, I'm going to impact somebody. I'm going to bring a gift to somebody. Everybody that I meet, everybody on the street, everybody I shake hands with, in a coffee shop, I'm going to bring something to them positive. And every single time that you do this, you're engaging the universe on a certain energetic level that is causing outflow and also creates inflow. And in a company, you have to have outflow and you also have to have inflow. And that inflow always has to be more than the outflow. And so when you're looking at your business and you're looking at life and who you are on this planet and the impact that you want to make, you have to consider the outflow. How much are you outflowing? How much are you outflowing? How much are you outflowing? Because you're going to spend the same amount of energy and time accomplishing a giant goal as well as a really small goal. Last week or a couple weeks ago, I was in a coffee shop here in Dallas. It was about midnight, and I was going to get a cup of coffee. I was in the coffee shop, got to go get a cup of coffee, and this young man, I say young man, but he was about 29, he came up to me and he started talking to me. He saw that I was working on my computer. And I was like, get my cup of coffee, and he like proactively started talking to me, and he had this spark in his eye, so I was curious, and I was like, okay, let me talk to this fella and see, what this is about. And he asked me what I was doing on my computer, and I told him I'm writing a contract for a real estate deal that we have going on to get funding for a guy building a $25 million complex and in Mexico. And he told me that the reason why he was in Dallas was because he wanted to buy apartment complexes, and that his target was to buy a 5 to 10 door apartment complex, which is going to cost maybe $800 to $1.4 million, depending on where he actually buys it from, if it's rented or not, the age of the property, and so on. So he had set a goal, he had set a target, and hold on, let me read this. I'm just reading a message from Ed, so. Hi, Selly, Alexis, Seely. Yeah, buddy.
Mate, calm down. Your webinar's still running, and you don't need to go live until about, so your webinar kicked off at 6 o'clock our time, 3 a.m. your time, and you didn't need to go live on Facebook until, let's say, 45 minutes after your time. You didn't need to go live at 3 a.m.
Okay.
That's why you're thinking there's no one there watching you. They're all watching the webinar and loving it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Sounds good to me. Then do you want me to close this live here then?
Well, no, because you're... But yes and no. Yes, just because I fell for you because you're pacing around